I've got the switch opener. I've also got the brush that I'm going to use. It's a 00. You can also get a 000 brush. They work fine. The lube that I've got here is Tribosys 3203. As you can see, again, it's from Cul-De-Sac. It comes in a really nice little glass jar. Really appreciate that. The lube itself's held up pretty well. It's very hot here in the UK right now, so it's good to see that it's not split or it's not gone weird or anything like that. Onto the stem holder. This is also included in the kit and the tweezers too. Onto the films. It's a bit hard for me to focus on with the camera, but here it is. I'm going to show you how I lube and film my switches. As it's commonly said in the keyboard community, a lot of it is down to preference. So, you know, if you've got your own kind of way of doing things, then by all means do that. But this is a rough guide. I followed a guide previously, so this is just my spin on that. Shout out to Cul-De-Sac. I'm using their tools and things as I've already said. Tribosys 3203 is the lube I'm using for my tactile switches. So I've already got a bit on the brush here. Gonna start by giving these two little sliders and the back part of the housing here a little lubrication. So the way I do it is I kind of just go down here, so I get most of the lubrication off, and then I do 3 swipes either side, and then along this back wall here, and then around here just to get rid of any excess. So that is the bottom part done. Like I say, you just want a very light bit of lubrication. The reason I got rid of the excess here is just because that's where the spring's going, and it doesn't really matter too much if the spring is extra lubed. Onto the spring now. So I've got 16mm 62 grams springs from Cul-De-Sac again. They have already been bag lubed as shown. So I'm using the Krytox GPL 105 oil to lube the springs. That's the recommended one for springs. You need about 5 to 7 drops roughly in the bag. You can obviously add more or less depending on whether you think you need that. Then I'm going to seal the bag. You don't have to seal the bag all the way because we need to get some air in there, so I'm going to blow onto the hole here. As you can see, the bag's full of air and lube. I'm going to give it a good thorough shake to make sure that we get all oil all over the bag, all over the springs. And as you can see here, they seem to be lubed now. So I'm just going to open it up, take a spring out, and then I'm going to have a quick feel just to see if I can judge how lubricated that is. They do feel quite well lubricated, so this is fine now. They are ready to be assembled onto the switch. Again, just going to double check a couple more to make sure that they're all evenly lubricated. So yeah, that's just a small little tutorial on how to bag lube. So now onto the stem itself. I've got a little stem holder here, so I just like to put that in there, and it holds it nice. It makes it much easier to lube. So onto the stem housing. So as you can see, the slight bump on the legs here is really hard to see on camera. That's how tiny the bump is. I just like to go around, dab a little bit on each side, and it is very, you probably can't see it that well. That's how faint it is. So that's how I start, just dabbing them on, and then you just kind of want to go. I like to do it away from the legs so that I know I'm not getting any lube on the legs at all. On the front, I like to just give it a couple of little swipes, and then back round, and then you can see there's no real residue on there. It's just purely a light layer of lubrication. I like to just go around here, around where the spring's gonna go, just to add that little bit extra, avoiding the legs, because you can do tactile switch stem legs, but for these particular ones, these are Gateron Browns, and they're the silent versions. Now we're on to the top part of the housing. Sort of every part of the switch needs lubricating, in my opinion. So on here, this is going to be quite tricky to see. It might not show great, so you just want to go up here, around these corners, and then on this side as well. You will have movement in this area, so just get that lubed, go back over it all again, just to make sure there's not too much excess. For me, I'm about to put some films on the switch, so I'm gonna try and get close up again. It's gonna be hard with the films being so light. Kind of goes like this, and then I like to make sure it's clipped down and sort of aligned. And then when putting the switch housing and everything together, I like to kind of go at an angle, so it's a bit of a weird angle. I kind of like meet them in the middle here, so that the film doesn't fall and the switch still remains in the correct place. And then I align the film slightly. The film is sitting within the casing, and then push down and give it an extra hard push. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Please head over to my page, give me a like, subscribe, comment, and even share this video. I'll hopefully see you soon on a couple more videos.